Jack Cole held his daughter Ella's small hand tightly as they stepped into the grand lobby of the luxurious hotel. Crystal chandeliers sparkled above, reflecting off the marble floors, while bellhops in crisp uniforms glided past with polished luggage trolleys. Every detail screamed opulence, a world far removed from the small apartment where Jack and Ella lived. He had saved for months, working overtime and bussing tables, to give his daughter a special birthday dinner at the hotel's renowned restaurant. But as soon as they entered, Jack felt the weight of judgmental eyes. Guests in tailored suits and evening gowns glanced at his worn shirt and faded shoes, whispers floating through the air like tiny daggers. The hostess, with perfect makeup and a rehearsed smile, informed him that their reservation had been given away due to a system error. Jack's shoulders slumped, but Ella, sensing his discomfort, whispered softly that it was okay. Her gentle voice reminded him of why he had come tonight. Though humiliation threatened to ruin the evening, Jack forced a smile for his daughter, determined to give her a moment of happiness amidst the intimidating luxury surrounding them. Ella, just 8 years old, felt her father's anxiety like a shadow looming over her. In the glittering dining hall of the hotel, with towering floral arrangements and fine linens on every table, she noticed Jack's jaw tighten and his hands clench. The other guests' whispers stung, but Ella's compassion outweighed her fear. She tugged gently at his sleeve and said, voice trembling, "It's okay, Daddy. We can leave. I don't need fancy food." The words were meant to comfort him, but in truth, they reflected a wisdom far beyond her years. Ella had learned to read the world through the lens of her father's struggles, to notice moments when he felt small or defeated. Watching him falter made her heart ache, and she wished she could take the pain away. Yet even in her innocence, she understood the unfairness of it all. She couldn't let her father leave feeling humiliated on her birthday. Her words, though simple, carried the weight of bravery and empathy, protecting him in a world that seemed to value wealth and appearances over kindness. In that moment, Ella's soft voice was the anchor keeping Jack's resolve afloat. At the hotel's VIP dining section, Victor Lane observed the scene with an intensity that made nearby patrons shift uncomfortably. At 32, Victor was a billionaire CEO, accustomed to commanding rooms and closing deals with a single phone call. Yet as he watched Jack and Ella endure the dismissive treatment of the staff and the sneers of wealthy guests, a memory stirred deep within him. He saw himself at 7, holding his mother's hand, trying to enjoy a special meal and being turned away because they were poor. The hurt, the shame, and the helplessness of that moment had never left him. Victor's gaze softened as he looked at Ella, who reminded him of his younger self, and at Jack, whose dignity was being quietly assaulted. In that moment, he realized this was not just a story of two strangers, it was a reflection of his own childhood pain. The luxurious surroundings of the hotel suddenly felt like a stage for injustice, and Victor made a silent promise: he would not stand by. He would act, not as a billionaire playing hero, but as someone who remembered what it meant to be vulnerable and judged. Victor's steps echoed across the polished marble floor as he approached Jack and Ella. The chatter in the hotel dining hall ceased, and heads turned as the tall man in a sharp charcoal suit moved past the VIP section. He stopped in front of the father-daughter pair, his presence commanding attention without a word. With calm authority, he questioned the manager and hostess, exposing the pretense of the hotel's standards, and challenging the notion that anyone should be judged by appearance. Then, deliberately, he chose to sit with Jack and Ella, canceling his VIP privileges and signaling that dignity and respect were non-negotiable. The staff, previously dismissive, scrambled to accommodate the new table, menus were handed with urgency, and whispers replaced laughter. The wealthy guests who had mocked Jack and Ella sat frozen, suddenly confronted with a man of influence using his power to right a wrong. Victor's intervention was not charity, it was an act of equality, a statement that human decency supersedes luxury or wealth. The entire dining hall watched as one man bridged the divide between privilege and humanity, showing that courage can transform not just a moment, but a room filled with judgment. As the evening progressed, the luxurious hotel dining room became a place of warmth and connection. Plates of exquisite food arrived: lobster thermidor, truffle risotto, wagyu beef, each dish as visually stunning as it was delicious. Ella's eyes widened in awe, and for the first time that night, she relaxed and smiled, her small hand still gripping her father's. Conversation flowed naturally as Jack shared his struggles raising Ella alone after his wife passed, and Victor opened up about his own childhood of poverty and loss. Ella, curious and bright-eyed, asked questions about Victor's life, learning that even a billionaire could experience fear, exclusion, and hardship. The trio laughed, shared memories, and connected in a genuine way, the luxury around them fading into the background. Jack watched his daughter's joy bloom and felt a rare relief, witnessing her happiness restored. The table became a sanctuary where empathy, kindness, and mutual respect flourished, proving that even in the midst of opulence, human connection was the most valuable experience. Victor stood before the hotel staff and guests, the room hushed as he made his announcement. He revealed that he was purchasing the establishment and implementing a new policy: anyone discriminating against guests based on appearance or perceived wealth would be removed, and respect would always come first. The revelation stunned the patrons, shaking the rigid social hierarchy that had previously dictated behavior. Jack and Ella, seated at the center of the dining hall, felt a sense of empowerment and relief. The luxurious hotel, once a place of judgment and exclusion, transformed into a space where character mattered more than credit cards. Victor's act was more than a business decision, it was a moral statement, a lasting lesson in compassion and fairness. That night, dignity prevailed over wealth, and kindness reshaped the environment, leaving an indelible mark on everyone present.